go. We are about to jump into the next game. The map is going to be Neo Planet S. I haven't seen Neo Planet S yet today. Do we have any fans of this map in the audience?
Nah, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. No.
No, come on, let's be fair. There's no watchtower. It's quite exciting.
It is, but...
I think this map has produced more games in the since its release, which have made me just kind of stop casting and just sit there and just scratch your head and just like, what am I watching right now, than any other map I've seen. So
I mean, yes, that's true. That's what I generally think about this map.
It leads to fun. And who doesn't like things that lead to fun? So we're getting ready to go. The countdown has begun. Of course, we're here at the Dutch StarCraft League Grand Finals, LiquidRet versus Harstem. I'm Mados, with me is Bellinor. The game has begun. Would you do the honors and introduce these two players?
Surprisingly, down one game right now, 2-3. In the top right, give a round of applause for the homeboy LiquidRet. And spawning cross in the lower left position is the blue Protoss, the quote-unquote underdog, a courageous young man that is making a comeback against one of the giants. Give it up for the blue Protoss, FnaticHarstem.
Now, Bellinor, we saw LiquidRet early on in this series. He was in a good spot. He 2-0'd Harstem in the winners bracket final to get his spot in the final. So,
and I have to add, quite convincingly.
Yep, quite convincingly indeed. He then came on, one game advantage. He then won the next game, quite convincingly. And then Harstem was just like, you know what? I'm going to win now. And when he did, Ret though, I reckon he can do this. I reckon he can level this out and we'll go to a final game. I could see that happening.
That would be sweet indeed. I'm not gonna lie, I said this on the stream already today. I love ace matches.
Oh yeah, the pressure's all there. There's none of this like, oh, I can lose this game and I'll still be in it. Or it's just like, whoever wins this, wins the money, wins the fame, wins the trophy's gone. Okay, no, someone did, one of the staff came to get the trophy. I was like,
they took it.
I was like, that was on our caster's desk a minute ago. So before the break, I'm sure that was there. But yeah,
you're right. He wins the trophy, he gets the money, he gets the women.
No, it's true. So, but yeah, we'll wait to see what's going to go on. For the moment, we've got the Forge in the main, pylon in the main base just before. Red scouting in. It was a Nexus first opening from Harstem. Red, on the other hand, he's got his pull down. He's getting out his hatchery, and he hasn't taken a gas. All very normal. His scouting, Red's problem here is he's got to take a third base, really, or do something a bit out of the ordinary. And taking a third on Neo Planet S exposes your third base quite a lot, because you've got that top attack path, which we're about to go and see. You can come in from the rocks. Once Harstem, with those rocks there as well, force fields are highly effective on this map in that area. So when you're running with that, it can be something that Harstem potentially is going to try and utilize, and Red's got to be cautious of.
Potentially, yeah. And Harstem just doing, I think this is an opening he perfected or he designed to be his own. Just getting, this style of fast expanding that he's been doing lately. And, with the in-base pylon, and then depending on what is the map and what he wants to be doing in the game, just either after the Nexus, he gets a gateway or a forge. And, this time, let me actually take a look. We already have double gases down with all 6 groups mining.
Okay, so that's not crazy yet. Okay, with a 2-base play on Neo Planet S for a Protoss player is something you kind of expect. Taking a third isn't super fun, so 2-base plays as a Protoss player against Zerg anyway are quite good, and lots of Protoss players do it regardless of what the map is. So that's going to be in the back of Red's mind that, okay, probably some pressure could be getting applied. The Forge is down, +1 is started. The Cybercore just completing, and this is where we get to really see what direction Harstem wants to take it. Will it be a Robo? Will it be some Immortals and a Sentry play? Will it be going down into a Stargate? I think that's less likely.
That's less likely just because of the +1 already going down.
Yep.
So, you know, you want to have as much gas possible if you try to go for Stargate. Those units are really expensive. Red's taking additional 2 gases inside his natural expansion as he chased this probe all the way to the natural base. Now, this time we are getting a Zod. We're getting a Chrono Boost onto the Stalker, and we're getting a Chrono Boost onto the Mothership Core as well. So definitely light pressure coming up for the time being from Harstem.
Now, Harstem, he hasn't made any major tech decisions yet. There's no robotics facility. Additional gateways probably going to get thrown down, and there we go. So nothing too much of a big commitment here. Only 3, so that takes him to 4 in total. You're going to start applying a little bit of pressure now, especially that Mothership Core. Mass recall is an option. The Roach Warren, that's on its way though too for Red. He's going to start pumping out units. He's got good map awareness. As long as he keeps that going, their probe, don't put a pylon there, he might notice. So Probe's now going like, okay, Overlord, better find somewhere else, and this is a good spot. Well done, Probe. You're learning.
But, you know, I think he saw that probe, actually, with the Overlord.
Yeah, he would have done.
I think he did see that probe moving past, so he's going to know something's up. You don't just move your probe around like that with a Zod and a Stalker. He probably will chase these links back. There we go. Red, you know, he knows he has to conserve his units at this point as much as he can. He knows what's coming his way, so he is not actually willing for a second to engage that Zod Stalker Mothership Core combination.
Well, Red's just getting a complete scout out now. Red's just seeing the robotics facility finish up. He's seeing the Forge still researching and the 3 additional gateways. That's such a good read for Red there. He knows that this isn't likely going to be a massive push in at this moment. He's just got to hold this off. There he goes, he's running those Zerglings down with the Roaches there. This force that needs a double. Mass recall's got to go down. So Red shutting that down really effectively there. And Harstem, he's pulled back. Nothing gained, nothing lost though.
Yep, that's basically what the new ability, the recall on the Mothership Core, gives you, which is a nifty thing to have compared to Wings of Liberty. Now, if we look at the Harvester count, I noticed that immediately after that recall, bam, 6, 8 drones being slammed down. So Red is continuing to power his economy. He's getting quite a lot of gas for the time being. Nice force field there by Harstem, isolating quite a lot of those links. So that's a nice free kill there for him. This Mothership Core, you know, is going to be really useful for Harstem. There are only so many pathways, only by numbers 2. Yep. By which Red can approach his natural base. This Mothership Core is going to keep tabs on that ground army. And meanwhile, look at this. +1 ranged, road speed, a lot of Roaches in production, 6 Overlords at one time. Red really wants to go into mass Roach.
Roachling. It's going to be a big, really big Roachling push. We've got +1 coming down, but +1 already finished for Harstem. He's got +1 armor also on its way and a War Prism. This is where he was so successful in games 3 and 4. Worse with this multi-prong attack style. So is he going to be able to make that work again, or will Red be able to really bring it back and deal with it?
Well, he is moving out with 3 Immortals. He's getting a War Prism, and his +1 armor is just about to finish. Now the thing is, does he have his...
Zerglings, the Warlock's there! Now the second you see that Warlock, straight away you know as a Zerg player, okay, aggression is coming. Hydrogen started, he's got a good read, and he's going to keep trying to punch through this wall. More Pylon's getting thrown down in a bit of an emergency, but this is just delaying Harstem's push by a little bit. But here he goes, he's got Immortal Sentries.
Now Red has to engage in a very, very good spot. Basically where Harstem wants to get is that choke between the natural and the outer space, so that he can force field the army back and potentially force field the ramp. That's the ideal place for him to engage that. If Red manages to engage him out in the open, he can even get a flank from behind. We already saw him do that today.
Oh, look at this position! Such good force field.
This is the position he needs. He's going to force field the choke.
Brilliant force field! Absolutely perfect. Now, of course, he's just going to start working away this army. He doesn't have enough energy for a mass recall, though. That's the only problem, but he did slow down that time.
Another line of force field is needed.
Oh, another one. There
we go. And you know, he doesn't even have to kill the base. Look, he's got enough for a recall in a moment here, and all the tech is here for Red. There's the Roach Warren, there's the Hydrogen, which already has been killed, as long as Harstem can hold out for long enough for that Mothership Core to bring him safely home.
Yep,
he can count this as a successful attack.
Yep, as long as he doesn't lose everything now. Oh, quite a few Roaches do slip through there. A couple more forces try and go down. Harstem's starting to take more losses. The Mothership Core moving back. Another wave of warping from that War Prism. He's committing to this. The Time Warp goes down. so he is not going to be recalling out here. He's just going for it, and Red, he is cleaning it up. And this is exactly what Red needs to do, picking up the Immortal, saving those. Good moves by Harstem. But push denied.
Oh my god. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Back down again. Oh, okay. Immortals. Thank you. Okay, so Red's now happy. The Immortals. Oh,
it's coming back.
That hatch is such an easy target.
Okay, he really wants that hatchery, man. He really wants that hatchery.
More Spore Coolers coming down, just being like, War Prism, get out of here. This is not the right neighborhood. It's going to go around the other way. Red, keep an eye on it. Oh, the Immortal coming down. Nice pickup. This is frustrating because you can't really do anything about it when you can't take out the War Prism. The Queen is just like, no, stop misbehaving, go back home. And Harstem willingly obliges. So
okay, Harstem finally leaving, and I think he's going to go for a second wave in a moment here. He's got 4 more Immortals. He saved the 2 ones from the first push. He made 2 additional ones. Look back at his base, look at the army. Zealots, a lot of sentries. He's going to need those force fields, and this time he better have that 100 energy, because if this push doesn't work, then pretty much there's nothing much he can do.
Red's up at 63 drones. He's got +1 there. He's starting to get out of the high. That's something he didn't have in the last engagement, but there's only 6 coming out. That's not a huge number, and it's not going to make or break this engagement. What is, though, is the army positioning. Notice Red has pulled some of his force up towards the 3rd, ready to go to that great attack angle if Harstem moves up. He's pre-splitting his army, getting ready for the great attack arc, moving in, going to pull back, he'll re-split it once more. There we go, to prepare it for any engagement. There's the force fields coming down. They're not as good as they were in the last engagement, but Red has a lot less stuff.
It's actually really intelligent force field usage. He only force fielded the part of the area where he had no Zealots. The left flank was covered by the Zealots, but the Mother Shakur sniped, and that means pretty much that Harstem, I mean, right now, it's a lot more dangerous for him to stay around.
Yeah, Red can go, Harstem can go for Red's 3rd base. Red is pretty easy if he wants to, but it's not. If he commits up there, that's a big push. The Hydras are coming in.
What's the unit count for Red? It's only 15 Hydras. It's only 15 Hydras. He's got enough Immortals to take care of any number of roaches Red would be able to produce right now. He's between his bases, so Red is going to continuously be flanking him, but at the same time he could not get his army together at one point to make a huge strike and shove this back. I think Harstem all the time is going to push through here.
And there we go.
And Harstem, look at him! Look at him! Oh my god, such happiness! Your DSCL champion, FnaticHarstem!
He looks pretty happy with himself there. Of course, he had some really nice play. Coming back from the situation